G'day, I'm Stephen Page from Page Provan, and I'm talking to you today about surrogacy. There's a lot in the media about surrogacy. If you Google it, you'll find X thousand results in less than a second. But surrogacy is really, as a concept, quite simple. Someone else, some magical woman, is going to have a baby for you, and you are going to have the privilege of raising that child for the rest of your life. Surrogacy is lawful in Australia, right through Australia, but it's got to be non-commercial. It's what's called altruistic surrogacy. At the time of recording this video, there are laws in every state and the ACT concerning surrogacy. There aren't any laws in the Northern Territory. I've just finished being on a member of the Northern Territory Joint Surrogacy Working Group. It's a group of the Northern Territory Government, and I expect that within the next few months there will be laws in the Northern Territory concerning surrogacy, and they'll have a broad similarity with everywhere else. My first surrogacy client was way back in 1988, and since then I've advised in about 1,700 surrogacy journeys for clients who live in every part of Australia. And if you think of the most remote parts, I've had clients from there. I've had clients from the outback, from the wheat belt in Western Australia, from the wine country south of Perth, from the Pilbara. And this is just in WA, right through the NT, South Australia, Victoria, Tasmania, ACT, New South Wales, and of course my home state of Queensland. Everywhere. And at last count, I've had clients from 31 countries overseas, right through Europe, many parts of Asia, for example, China, Japan, Philippines, Thailand, Indonesia, Singapore, Hong Kong, and even other parts of the world in the Middle East, for example, Israel and the UAE. I haven't yet had any clients from Africa, but I expect that that time will change. My clients have done surrogacy right through Australia, and at last count, many countries overseas. Many of those countries I described before, and even countries you would never have dreamed of. For example, Bangladesh, Iran, Nigeria. So surrogacy at its best is a magical process. It is extraordinary that a woman would put her life potentially at risk to have a child for someone else. I'm a dad through surrogacy, and my surrogacy journey was particularly difficult, but I'll talk about that another day. I'm also a dad after having suffered infertility. So if you've suffered infertility, I can't talk about your journey, but listen with empathy. So I can say, I haven't been there, done that, but I have been through my own infertility journey, and it was awful. But I'm lucky that I have 3 children, and they are my absolute pride. Life is grand. So what we do is help you get there. We've done it more than anyone else. We take great honour in taking part, and it really relates to our slogan, which is life enabled, life simplified. And the first part of that slogan speaks for itself, that if you're having a child through surrogacy, you want to create life, you want to form a family. So we are enabling you to have a child through surrogacy. It is really the most extraordinary thing for us. And when our clients tell us, oh, we've had a child, they send us through an email or a video, a photo of their child, I'm afraid to say I cry tears of joy. It is such a privilege. Who, after all, who didn't have their partner as a lawyer would ever want to talk to a lawyer about making a child unless they had to? So getting us to come into the most intimate part of your lives is a great honour and a privilege and something we take seriously. We will help you get there. We will want to get you there as quickly as possible with as least stress. Life enabled, life simplified.